Welcome back to a new episode of Mastering Programming. In today's episode, I'm going to be unboxing the DJI Action Camera 3, not the 4, and I'll explain why. And I'll also be going over my entire camera setup since I started this YouTube channel and how it will be using this, why I bought it. We're gonna obviously unbox it, and then I'll also show you how I'm going to set it up. But the whole idea of this video is to not have as much edits and instead actually demonstrate how I've been recording things, whether through my iPhone and the gimbal or through the Logitech webcam and this mic, and why I'm not satisfied with it, and then why hopefully this can jump in the picture and actually be good. So you will be seeing me moving the camera along, moving the mic. You will be seeing all of this stuff just to get an actual understanding on how I've been recording things and then why this will be better. So at the moment, what I will do, and hopefully this video comes out as good as I want it to be, but at the moment, if I click record, you should be able now to see a close-up of the DJI Action Camera 3. You'll also still hopefully be able to see me. And at the moment, we can start by actually unboxing this. And while I'm doing so, actually there is a strip over here. There we go. While I'm doing this, it's worth mentioning that usually I do record using my iPhone camera or this camera, but the audio is usually being recorded from this mic over here. Now, most of the time I am using OBS, and so the audio and the video can be connected straight away without any issues. But I realized that usually when I do that, the audio or the video is actually not as good. And so I decided to get a camera that I can do both with at the same time, so I can record the video and the audio directly from the camera. And that's why I bought this. And at the same time, I am actually going to be traveling very soon to America. And so I wanted to also get something that I can use while I'm on the trip. So here it is. This is all that comes. So this is the standard pack. It's nothing too fancy. And let's go ahead and remove this and see what we got. So first of all, just some stickers. I like it when companies actually do stickers. For some reason I enjoy it, even though I don't end up putting it anywhere. And let's have a look. This is a case that comes with the camera straight away. So the good thing is that without having to buy any accessories or any like cases or anything like that, the DJI, just like the GoPro, they come automatically being able to be sunk into water, I think up to like 20 meters or 16 meters, which is pretty cool. But you can also get a few different cases for it that even make it go further than that. This camera comes with this really cool case, which even makes it more rugged, or you can basically throw it around, it wouldn't break necessarily. And then it also pushes the buttons up so that it's, if you're wearing gloves or if you're like underwater, it's very easy to actually click on things. It makes it very easy. But the best thing is that it also allows you to actually mount it vertically. So have it standing up like this rather than this, and I'll show how in just a second. So we can maybe just move this. Let's close that. And we also get the rubber, which I'm assuming goes around the actual scope. We get a few different accessories, so straight away we get this mount. And the reason I'm actually opening the camera last is because I want to show what comes with this and how it gets mounted, because it actually gets mounted in a completely different way other than all the other action cameras. So you get this way, we can actually put it in the car or stick it on your glass or a window or anything like that, so that's already pretty cool. We get, of course, a USB-C to USB-C, which is great. And then finally we get our battery, which is amazing. So it should last 3 hours. I'm not sure on what settings this should last 3 hours, but that's what it gets advertised as. We also get a few more things like our manual, our quick start guide, safety guidelines. I'll be putting those on the side. There is a QR code here which you can actually allows you to install the app, and I already have the app because this is actually a DJI gimbal, so I've already been used to DJI products. I know how to use them and I enjoy it a lot actually. Also, something really good is that you can straight away connect this camera to your laptop and then be able to record video and audio using OBS or anything like that, which is really good, and it's actually what I've been struggling with for a while. So I'll put that over here. See, this is why it's actually annoying to use all this stuff. Let's see what we get here. We get some extra stuff that we're not going to be reading. And now it's time to actually look at the camera, which is actually already feeling heavier than I thought it was going to be. So here it is, comes wrapped, the lens comes covered, action 3 over here. It's actually very light and very tiny at the same time, but I can already tell that the lens is actually huge. So let's, more careful than the rest of the stuff, unbox this. Here we go. So the good thing is that it comes with 2 screens, one over here and one over here. Both of them are entirely touch screen, so I can click on it and adjust the focus straight away. And at the same time, I can then do further settings like more complicated things through here. This is how it gets mounted through here, and I'm gonna show you exactly how. Let's actually do this, and you can see how big that lens is, which is why I want it, because A, it works really well in low light settings, and at the same time it has a great mic from the reviews, so we're going to be looking into how that happens together. Now the battery, in order to let it go, I'm not too sure yet, so we can figure that out together. But the thing that I've been really excited to do is actually mount it, because unlike all the other action cameras, this one gets mounted in a cool way. So even though the main mount is exactly the same, which means this is compatible with any other GoPro or action camera accessories, the main part that gets connected here is different. So instead of having to screw it around like most cameras, or having to screw it around through here or through here like most cameras, you simply do this. It's magnetic, and I think it needs to be like that, and the magnet will actually automatically put it in the right spot. You can't remove it. You can shake this as much as you can. And I don't know how I trusted the advertising and did this to the camera that I just bought, but it seems like it's very strong. And if you want to take it off, all you need to do is simply squeeze these 2 little areas and you straight away take it. Now again, the good thing is that all I need to do is just bring it close, and there's a magnet, it puts it in, and that's actually how quick it is to connect it. Now let's say you have different mounts already set up, like something over here, something over there. All you need to do, again, do this and then connect it to the other one without having to actually screw anything around. So that is the actual unboxing. Now what I'm going to do is I'll pause this video, I'll start setting up the camera, and then we're going to compare the camera footage that you're viewing from the Logitech camera and from my phone, and then we're also going to compare the audio from the camera, from this camera, from my iPhone, from this camera, and from this mic, just so I can show how much of a difference and how simple this makes things. Okay, so I just managed to actually set it up. It was very quick and easy, and again, like I mentioned, it uses the app. Now straight away, what I want to point out is that I put on the extra case, and what this allows me to do is that if I want to set it up horizontally, I can, and I can sort of place it like this and look at it. If however I'm after a vertical look, straight away, again without screwing or not screwing anything, this connects and now it's vertical. It also came with this, which again sticks to your car, but at the same time you can sort of like drag it like this, or allows you to drag it straight away. You can also then start connecting it to elements like these. Now before I get into the settings, obviously the part that you've been waiting for is, let's click record, and if things are correct, you should be able to be viewing me right now from the camera itself. So this is me recording, and I'm moving it around so you can see how it sounds like based on the lighting. This is the current lighting that I have, and the best thing is that not just can I see myself through the screen, but I can also change the settings. So if I swipe up, I'm just learning this now, but if I swipe right or left, I can maybe change the night mode. I can also do different things, but if I go to the back over here, you straight away get different looks. So if I swipe that way, I can adjust the zoom, for example, and I can do that from the small or the large camera. Let's go back to normal. And this is basically how this sounds indoors. No extra mics included, nothing extra included, with very minimal light. You managed to see the light. And now what I'll do is I'll pause this and we're gonna go and have a close-up on it and then play with the settings, and then we'll take it outside and also test how it sounds outside. So let's actually do that first. Alright, so this is me now outside with the sun facing me, and if I keep turning around, this is the sun facing the other direction. Now, I think the mic will still be good. I haven't heard any of this, so we will be sort of surprised together on how it sounds, or I'll let you judge. But there's a few things that I want to show you. Now, as you can see right now, I don't have any of the stabilization going, and this is probably very rocky because I'm looking at it in the screen. What I'll do is I'll pause this video and I'll turn on the stabilization and we can have a look at how good it actually is, because I've seen it in reviews and I'm keen to see it in real life. So now I have the stabilization, and believe it or not, I'm actually shaking the camera exactly the same way I was shaking it before, but I can see in that little screen that it's not shaking as much. In fact, I can tilt the camera. This is like 70 degrees tilt, and this is the only shaking that's happening. Somehow it's managing to keep me straight, even though the camera's literally, I'll follow it, it's literally going like this, but somehow the background is still good. I'm still moving. If I switch this around and show my dog over there and tilt the camera, so if I was on a motorbike or anything like that, it's still exactly the same. This is again some extra settings being set. So now it's set up so that it is steady but without the horizontal balance, which means if I turn it around, you will see that it will actually turn vertically. And believe it, this was actually how much I was tilting it, but it wasn't working. Now I am tilting it. It's still steady because I have the settings on to make it steady, so I'm actually shaking it, but it looks like it's not shaking as much, but the horizontal balance is not there. There we go. So this is how it sounds and looks like. What I'll do is I'll now go inside and show you some of the cool settings in it, and we can explore it together. Okay, so at this stage you probably would have seen the video of me outside and how it works. Really quickly, I'll show you how easy it is to actually play with the settings. Now, if I want to swipe to the right, I can choose whether I want a HDR video, a normal video, or just a normal shot, and we are yet to test that. If I swipe up, I can choose sort of my resolution, so I can choose frame rate of 30, and everything that has been recorded so far has been in the 30 frame rate and 4K resolution. And then if I go over here, right now I have all the stabilization off, but this is what I wanted to show you. So actually, if I'm off, you can see that as I'm shaking it, it is shaking in the screen. But if I go ahead and do rock steady, even though I'm shaking it, you can see that my hand is actually still. Even like if I do this, now it starts shaking. But other than that, as I'm doing this, the image is clear. And again, I really like this, that I'm actually going to demonstrate it now. So that is now on, you're seeing one, and this is how much I'm shaking it. And this is, however, how my face is. I think it is still, but I'm not too sure. Anyways, this was it for this episode. So we went over the settings, we went over how it looks like outside. The audio, I'm still to listen and see actually all of this. I'm gonna watch it right now, and then I'm gonna put it all in one video, and we're gonna see how it looks like together. And hopefully I don't need to use all these different tools. I can just use this camera for everything basically. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you did enjoy this video. Make sure you let me know in the comments if you liked it or not, or what I can do to improve it. Thank you, and I hope to see you in the next episode.